And then on the end is Helen Sissons, who comes to us from a career in the BBC, is a senior lecturer at AUT, and has written a journalism textbook. It's about 10 years in the UK as a journalist for the BBC, was that right, Helen? Yeah. Okay. So we'll take it from there, and in no particular order, because I get to choose because I'm the chairman, I think we'll start with Helen.
Ah, nice.
Hang on, I'll just pass this down the line.
Points to make. The first one is that the audience is obviously changing the way that that it accesses news. Extensive research has shown that people aren't loyal anymore like they used to be. They're kind of grazers of news, and that they may well still take a newspaper. I think at least half still do take a newspaper or read a newspaper regularly, but they also will go online. They will get news from about 4 to 6 outlets a day, approximately, and that they, some of them even will, about 3% get about 10 different organisations. They'll get their news from about 10 different organisations, but that's a small percentage. So that's obviously a problem for news organisations. But I think actually one of the most, one of the biggest changes that's happened is what's happened to PR as much as what's happened to news. If you go back to the early 90s, a lot of organisations did not have public relations people working for them. If you were a journalist, you would go straight to your source. You would go straight to the doctor that was involved in the story, or the policeman or whatever. Now you can't. Now you have to go through a gatekeeper, as we call them, a public relations person. And in a way, that has changed the way that that news is put together as much as anything else. I was talking to a young journalist who works in Gisborne, and she's a health reporter. And she was saying that up until last year, she would be able to go and talk to the health managers, to the people actually involved in the stories that she was covering. And last year that changed. And it's meant that there are delays to the information she gets. Yes, in some ways, the information, it comes to her, you know, as a nice rounded block of information. She doesn't have to speak to 3 different people, but she often has to wait. And this is really important in the relationship between journalism and public relations. Enough. Oh, we're not